Right, very good morning after such an epic battle. And boy, was it an epic battle. One thing though, right? I've just been watching Magpie Channel TV in Matty Renton. Now, in the first half, right, both, who was it? Jacob Murphy had a shot which just skimmed the post, and there was a shot off the upright, so we were in attack mode, which was pleasant to see, especially for those at St James's Park. You know, they would have absolutely loved the constant attack, and the players did turn up. Now, the one thing that I will say is this: when Alexander Isak played through Anthony Gordon, and Anthony Gordon was like knocked clean to the ground, I jumped up and I went, penalty. So VAR, you did drop a right clanger, because basically while the game was still playing, there was Anthony Gordon in the penalty box and he didn't get up for a while. And yes, it was the top of here, the shoulder, that smacked him. Virgil van Dijk, you know, he's a big lad, and nothing was given for that, which could have put Newcastle in a better position. Now, one thing I didn't see, because obviously the buffering which I was experiencing during the game, I missed out on the Curtis Jones goal, and I missed out on the first goal by Mohamed Salah. So there was times in last night's game where Newcastle were running riot, and that's what we want. We want our players to take the game to our opponents. Now, one of the things, right, is at the end of the day, somebody had told me there was an app, and I wanted to check that app, and I had to sign in. Once I signed in, I did a search, Newcastle, and it came up Newcastle X Liverpool. So I clicked on it, but I wasn't certain that I was going to be able to watch the game. And what did happen all the way through that channel I was watching was they were talking about boxing, but the boxing was not English. No, I think it was from somewhere in South Africa. And it did show you the Liverpool supporters, but there was none, not one, from Newcastle United. Disappointing there. You also had in that same boxing video, you also had Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea, but no Newcastle United. So I watched as much as I could watch, and there was times where that buffering was on screen, and that buffering was getting rather annoying. So getting back to the game at St James's Park last night. Had Mo Salah been more looked after on the pitch than he was, the chances he got the 2 goals might have been less. But as Matty Renton was saying, VAR was an absolute disgrace last night. But we have to realise this. We have to realise at the end of the day that when we are playing the big teams, your Arsenal, your Liverpools, your Manchester Cities, Tottenham, Chelsea, etc., decisions aren't going to go our way. And we have to make it so what we did in the first half, where we were at them from the first whistle. We could have been 1 up within the first 2 minutes of the game. So that proves at the end of the day that the players reacted and the players were up for it. Now, Sandro Tonali played from the beginning, and the one thing that I'll say is this: our attack, breaking up the play, was superb last night. We took the game to Liverpool. What we need to do is finishing. We need to finish teams off, because we went in 1 up. Should have been 2, maybe 3. However, that wasn't the case, and it should have been the case. Anthony Gordon should have definitely got a penalty. Because what you got to think about is this: in Anthony Gordon's case, he is inside the 18-yard box, and Virgil just sweeps past him and smacks him here with this. He's a bigger lad, and that put him straight down, but there was nothing done. I was watching the VAR thinking, go on, and it never happened. So sometimes it's going to work in our favour and sometimes it's not. Now, he still got his goal. Yeah. But the one goal which I had to watch it on YouTube late last night was Fabian Schär. What a superb ball. Straight across the box and in off the corner of the post. Epic. But that's a hard ball to play, especially within a fraction of a second. So, moving forward, yeah, apparently, like Matty was saying, we're away at Brentford. So, the same mentality that we played against Liverpool, exactly the same mentality. Get out onto that pitch down in London and push Brentford from the very first whistle. We do that, we're going to pick the points up. And That'll be 4 after Saturday, or is it Sunday? I know it's at the weekend. After that game, there is 4 games until the January transfer window. And what we showed last night, they've got to just do the exact same thing through to January. I believe they can do it. You know, everybody was thinking last night, even those who were like speaking about the game, was it going to be a whitewash? However, we're playing Liverpool. But when we took the pitch, we gave Liverpool a hell of a game. And that's what we need to do moving forward. It's 5 games, and we've got to rock 5 games until January. That's when the transfer window opens, and the hope is Paul Mitchell has found the new players. If he has, well, if Paul Mitchell's found the new players who are going to take to the pitch at St James's Park to take us to the next level, brilliant. Of those players who may be coming in, I would say Brian Mbembo. Yes, I would say him. And maybe Mark Gahey, but not at the valuation that we had, which was 70 million, and they basically turned around and wanted more. Not at 70 million, no. He is an England player, correct, but not at that price. And I want from January Newcastle to keep on pushing. They've already shown what they can do. Newcastle United have already shown against Liverpool that in the big games we can perform. We can take the game to our opponents. You've just got to replicate it game after game after game after game. And what that does is it will take Newcastle forward and higher in the Premier League. That's what we all want. And in the meantime, while that's happening, here's the hope. I'm just about to enter CSS in the course that I'm doing. The hope is by the time January has been and gone, I'm not on CSS anymore. I've moved to the next section. So the adult learning that I'm currently doing and Newcastle United rising in the Premier League, both at the same time, because currently, right now as it sits, there's 5 games to go. We've got Brentford, and then we've got another 4 games after Brentford, including we play them again, but at St James's Park in the Carabao Cup. So it would be nice to do them again to get into the next round. Oh yes. One point. Daryl Watson seems to believe, this is to you, Daryl. You seem to believe I haven't worked for 10 years. Let me just turn the light switch on, Darryl. What is the year? Because I think the year is 2024. What year are you in, Darryl? Because you turned round and said, I haven't worked in 10 years. Well, let me switch the light on for you. I left the buses 2018. So if that's 10 years, I think you need to go back to school and learn your maths. I know I wasn't very good at maths at school. I know that. But even I know from 2018 to 2028, that is 10 years. Just letting you know. Oh, so yes. Now, at this moment in time, I've got study to do this morning. Study through until 5 o'clock today. And then I'm going to do some music. So, lots of things to fill the working day. And also, after this video has uploaded, is to do the tests that I'm doing today, so that you out there in YouTube world, you can see the progress and the mistakes that I'm going to make. Because we learn by doing the mistakes. That's part of the learning process. And the hope is, whether it be Saturday or Sunday, when we play Brentford, the hope is we take Brentford and we put them to the sword the way it should have happened last night with Liverpool, who are potential champions. I say potential because there's a lot can happen between January the 1st and the 22nd of May. A lot. And if it's possible that Newcastle United can rise to third, well, that's only three positions off the top. But it means Newcastle United would have to play out of their skin to do that. And we proved it last night. We did not roll over and get smashed all over St James's Park. We took the game to Liverpool. So it would have been nice for us to have got both of the penalty decisions. That would have been nice. That would have changed the dynamic of last night's game. But sometimes VAR decides, you ain't getting it. So, to all you wonderful people out there, hit the like button, one of them, subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your workmates. There's 3 different lots of people. What I'm trying to do, and let's grow this YouTube channel. The interesting part is going to be from January onwards. That's the interesting part, because The apps, they will be going live between January and May. And you will see it here on this channel. Now, you all have a wonderful Thursday, wherever you may be. And just remember this. In comments, speak to me and you will get a response. Start shouting and bawling at me, you're getting out. Because if you meet me in the street, I wouldn't expect you to be shouting and bawling. So, have a wonderful Thursday. And let's hope on the weekend, 3 points away at Brentford. Thank you.